BloodyDisgusting.com has reported that Todd MacFarlane, creator of Spawn, uh, has finally gotten somebody else to rewrite this goddamn script for the movie. This shit's been in pre-production development for like 4 years now. Yeah, he found somebody to write the movie after he attempted and failed to write the screenplay. The movie is still, from what the article is saying, still attached with Blumhouse, but Jamie Foxx and Jeremy Renner are in question, even though they were originally considered for the movie. Let's see. The writer is going to be Brian Tucker, who penned 2013 Russell Crowe and Mark Wahlberg crime thriller Broken City. B. Walt. I mean, okay, what this mess that is Spawn and being in pre-production for this goddamn reboot. What are your thoughts?
I just remember how bad the first Spawn was, and it had such potential to be great. And I'm hoping, let's just take the proper. I'd rather wait and the shit be dope than somebody throw some shit together. Because remember, we talked about this a couple shows ago, where it was like, y'all niggas know when y'all releasing some whack shit. You knew this shit wasn't good. It's a money grab. So I would rather it's not a money grab and they do the right, because you can release anything with Spawn on it, and the Spawn fans, which come out in droves, will be there to support it because it's Spawn. And we don't have that much Spawn material out there anymore other than, comics did or whatever. And then they had that series on HBO for a minute. And then that shitty movie that one of my favorite black actors got attached to.
Michael Jai White.
Yeah. That shitty movie that he got attached to. So yeah, just do it right. Just do it right. We can wait.
Bro, I feel like I've been reporting on this. I did a video on this when we was back at the old headquarters talking about how he was going to do this whole. Todd MacFarlane was trying to do this whole movie for like $1 million.
What? In today's world?
Because he wanted, he was going to write this story where, it was going to be a horror flick because that's what Blumhouse does. But almost as if Spawn would be like an entity that would just kind of would pass by. It'd be more like it'd be pseudo Spawn. It'd be like he might be near. It was some weird shit. And
can you get him on the phone? Tell him we'll write it for a price.
Bro, if you want my opinion, I really think they just need to reboot the whole thing. Act like the first one didn't happen. Put Michael Jai White back in the new one. For real. Why the fuck not? Do something like that.
Yeah, he can still do it.
He can still do it. He black. He looked just like he did 20 fucking years ago when the movie came out.
That's true. I ran into this dude. I was in Pasadena. Shit, that's about 3 years ago. And there he is walking up and down the street looking like Black Dynamite. Right. Never aged.
Dynamite. It's easy. Todd MacFarlane's making this shit way harder than it needs to be. And it's shittier movies and shittier reboots that are out here making money and making sequels. Get fucking Spawn out here, man. This shit don't make no sense.
Remember last week? This brings up a point. Remember last week you were talking about how the fuck did that comic book creator Ed Brubaker, he created a Winter Soldier. How the fuck he only get $5,000 from Winter Soldier being translated over into the movies? And now you start to see this is an argument in their favor on why shit like this gets done. Just because you work well in the comic book realm, don't mean that shit is gonna translate well over into the movie side of things.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I do, but number one, Ed Brubaker already has TV credits, a couple of them, and they're big ones. It's called Westworld, right?
I love Westworld.
Right. And number two, nigga, we got 5,000 for the movie that we making. And I know my shit ain't, we ain't done Winter Soldier shit yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I got some characters, bro.
we got drones, nigga. We got drones,
bro. Nigga, shit. You know, we know, they know. Look, but what I'm saying is, again, I still agree that they fucked it with that money. But Todd MacFarlane is a good example of this shit.
Yeah, he's
bro.
He's validating what you're talking about because it's been in pre-production for 4 years. Not like they've been working on it for 4 years. They've been planning this bitch for 4 years. Yeah, it don't take that long.
Yeah, so for those who aren't in the industry, explain the layman's terms for pre-production means they really ain't done shit yet. It's still an idea. It's an idea.
Right. Because I was like, how you get like I remember when they said he wants it to be a budget of $1 million. I was like, how do you do a superhero flick for $1 million? One, and then because that's not even Jamie Foxx's budget. So that's either major points you giving him on the back end, and you got something else in mind. But why are you even going that route with a superhero? And then the whole black connotation gotten away from me. I was like, they wouldn't do that with another movie or another hero. Another, what'd you call a slack jaw yokel with a butt chin, with a Brady chin? They wouldn't do that with him.
Slack jaw yokel, no. I said Malibu Ken. Slack jaw yokel doesn't really fit into the.
Same thing for me.
Hey, bro.
But you get what I'm saying, and that's why I was just like, nah, they just need to get this fucking thing out, make the sequels, and let's have some shit to talk about. Like, Spawn is a dope fucking character. Shouldn't take this long. Nothing takes this long.
Yeah. That's just one of those things, man. He needs to step away and let better movie writers do their thing.
Did you see Broken City?
I want to say that I did, but when you brought up the name of that movie, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to catch that shit at some point to see how well, dialogue being huge. I want to see. But right. Good comic book writers don't always translate over to movies, dude. Like just
and MacFarlane's a fucking artist. Like he's not a writer.
Right. Like, he's not even a writer. He created
Yeah.
Not saying that you can't learn to be. It's not like this.
We ain't got time. We ain't got 4 years to learn though. Like, because it's gonna take 2 to make the shit. Like 6 years, bro. For Spawn, like, come on, man. Like,
Spawn, have they released anything else for Spawn that, like, okay? My issue is, okay, the new generation, do they even give a fuck about Spawn anymore?
Not. It's getting farther away from that though. That's the problem.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
because there hasn't been like an animated movie that's been out there.
When did the animated Spawn come out? That was like 97, 98?
That was before the movie.
Right.
That was like 96, 97.
Shit.
Only thing that's been out since the movie, Michael Jai's movie, has been the fucking comic. And how many MCU movies have we seen now? Are we gonna get the 30 MCU movies before Spawn actually gets out? Like that's crazy.
That's something that needs to be considered.
That's crazy, bro.
The Bulls in '92, niggas wasn't trying to see them because they had the formula. They was smacking everybody up. Remember that shit,
bro?
Look, the MCU is 30-year-old MJ, right? So do you really want to?
There is ton of room to get Spawn in there, bro. Especially after the Black Panther shit. Especially after that.
Look, I'm not saying there's not a ton of room to get Spawn in there, but I'm talking about public reception because of the fact that Spawn has not been relevant on the TV screen for so fucking long. I mean, the comic books, fine, whatever. But there's a lot of dope comics that ain't never gonna be made in the movies. Like, let's just be real. There's a lot of graphic novels that ain't never gonna be made in the Netflix series, even though they probably could be.
Shout out to Iron
Spawn,
Fist.
I swear that nigga had one face the whole show. He always looked like he needed to take a shit and he was trying to hold it in. He looked like the most constipated motherfucker ever, even in the fight scene. Anyway, I digress. I'm saying that Spawn may lose. Spawn is going to lose that battle anyway because I don't think enough people care about it anymore.
It should have happened already twice over, and I think there's enough of a recipe in the atmosphere to just get this shit figured out. It ain't rocket science. Like, even if it doesn't compete with an entire legacy that is the MCU, like, there's room for success for a black superhero movie right now. That's my point.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we know that. But we're talking about Spawn. We're talking about a character that's already been around for a long ass time, and Spawn fizzled out a while ago. Like, I mean, unless you're still reading the comics.
Well, I mean, even Image itself fizzled out. Like, Image ain't what it used to be. It's still out. They still make comics. I'm not shitting on the company saying they're not around no more and putting some false shit out there like that. But Image isn't what it used to be. You know, it's a different scenario.
Like to see Spawn as fuck the movie. Get some writers that did The Watchmen. Get the writers that did Lovecraft Country and some shit like that, and make Spawn into a series.
I'm with that.
On HBO. Look. The older I get, here's the thing. You know me. I used to have that Movie Pass credit card where you could go to a movie free every fucking day. Remember that Movie Pass credit card that came out a couple years ago? I was that nigga, and I would be in meetings at the fucking show, at the movie, and I would be logged into meetings and shit, nigga, because you know I'll be the only one there. Oh, what's that in the background? Don't even worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So you know me and going to the theater, that's my shit. But the older I get, and just being exposed, I was just thinking about this today. There are so many places with so much good content, so many good stories being told episodically. You could do that shit with Spawn, and
Absolutely.
then you could kind of regenerate the love for them. Because think about it, The Watchmen been out for a long ass time, and people forgot about The Watchmen after that movie came out. They're like, okay, whatever, Warshagger. But that series that came out recently for HBO, motherfuckers like, The Watchmen is the shit.
Some of the best television I have ever seen. Still,
right? But The Watchmen had been out for a long ass time prior to that series being released on HBO. But that series kind of regenerated the love for that show. I mean, for that subject matter. You could do the same thing with Spawn. You could do the very same thing with Spawn.
Yeah. Yeah, let's keep pushing. Just get the fucking movie out or get something out. Like this like it ain't that hard. Like, it can be an animated movie. You can do a 60-minute that way. Get the DC people to do that because that's how they know to do. They know how to do that shit real well. Or like you said, an episodic, a live action. I'd be with the shits on that.
Yeah.
Or get these fucking things rolling and get these movies out. Like, fucking 4 years. Like, Jamie ain't even the same dude no more. You know what I mean? Like, he got a different vibe now. And Jeremy Renner's about to have his own series. When they announced Spawn as a movie, there was no one even talking about Jeremy Renner doing his own limited series.
What was he attached to play? Was he the clown?
Nah. I don't know if his role had been defined yet. I think Jamie's was pretty obvious as, Simmons, but I don't know if I think he was the antagonist on the other side because there's like a white dude named Priest or some shit. I don't remember the names. I'm fucking up names this episode, but yeah, I don't remember, but I think he was playing opposite of Al Simmons, Jamie Foxx character, or it could have been a dude that took his family, started fucking his wife after he got sent to hell. Could have been him.
Oh, you mean his homeboy that waited for him to die and pull that snake shit?
Yeah, that trash motherfucker. Yeah, him. Cheddar Bob ass motherfuckers like that doing bullshit. But yeah. Anyway, let's keep pushing.
Yeah, fuck these cheddar bobs, nigga.